Hey Rachel, did you know that the human body is basically a walking water balloon? It's wild. We're actually made up of about 60% water.
Oh, wow, that's fascinating. I had no idea we were mostly water. What other cool things about the human body can you share?
Well, get this. Our hearts are absolute champions. They beat around 100,000 times every single day. That's like running a marathon while you're sitting on your couch watching Netflix.
That's incredible. And speaking of amazing body parts, I heard something interesting about our brains recently.
Let me guess. Is it about how it only weighs about 3 pounds? It's crazy how this relatively small organ controls everything we do and contains billions of neurons.
Exactly. And what blows my mind is that by age 2, a child's brain is already about 75% of its adult size. They're like little learning machines.
Oh, that reminds me of something super interesting about babies. They're actually born without kneecaps. They develop as they grow.
No way! That's wild! And speaking of development, isn't it fascinating how humans can learn any language when they're young?
Yeah. Until about age 7, our brains are like linguistic sponges. After that, we start specializing in specific languages. It's why it's so much easier to learn languages as a kid.
That makes so much sense. And you know what else is incredible? Our sense of smell. The human nose can actually detect over 1 trillion different scents.
That's amazing. Though I have to say, our eyes are pretty impressive too. We can distinguish about 10 million different colors.
And don't even get me started on DNA. Did you know we share about 98% of our DNA with chimpanzees?
That's wild. Speaking of DNA, isn't it fascinating that every human shares 99.9% of their DNA with other humans? We're all so similar yet so unique.
Absolutely. And here's something that'll blow your mind. Your stomach actually gets a new lining every few days to avoid digesting itself.
That's both fascinating and slightly terrifying. The human body is just full of surprises, isn't it?
It really is. And hey, if you found these facts interesting, please follow us for more amazing general knowledge in our next video podcast. The human body is just the tip of the iceberg.